Okay, so I wanted to go through what's in my 8th graders' workboxes. And this workbox system is not new to YouTube. There's lots of videos on how to set up a workbox system. We decided to do it because we use a check sheet, a weekly check sheet, and I noticed that some of the items were getting skipped. He was, my 8th grader was basically just trying to do all the core items and just skipping some of the other things, and I really didn't want that to be happening. I wanted him to do even the things that were more fun, the STEM and the critical thinking, which he loves, and the art, which, you know, he was reluctant to do because he didn't feel confident in it, but I know now that he's been doing it for a while, he feels a lot more confident and really enjoys it. So these are things that I really wanted to incorporate into our day, and they just weren't getting done. So now everything he can see at a glance, what needs to be done, and he goes through everything one at a time, and it's been really, really nice. So I will quickly go through these things. I won't do a review on the curriculum. I've already done that. I will link it below. And I did a thorough review, very long video on all the things that we use and my thoughts on those things, what has worked and what hasn't. So rather than do that here, I will just link that below if you want to see it. Okay, so starting off, this is his little work, his art bin. It has his sketchbook, it's got his current art curriculum that we're working through, and his art supplies. There's some pastels, some Prismacolor pencils. I've got a watercolor, which he tried watercolor yet, but I've got a little watercolor tray here for mixing. I've got watercolor pencils. These are cheap colored pencils. Stettler, I think, is the name of these. They're really horrible. I cannot recommend these. Stapler, and I dropped the pencil, and hello. There we go. Woo. Okay. Cannot recommend these at all. They're awful. So they stay in here. Honestly, if you want some inexpensive colored pencils that work really well, get the Crayola ones. I would never have thought that they would be better than some of these that are considered art pencils. But they really aren't bad. They're very good, actually. So they're much better than these. The Prismacolor, though, I highly recommend. You can get these at Walmart even. They're fantastic. They're soft. They're blendable. They're wonderful. Just love them. Anyway, I could go on and on about art supplies. Excuse me while I pick up this pencil. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So now, this is Bible. We have a Bible. I have his checklists in here. And this is typically what a checklist will look like at the end of the week. So I noticed that the graphic Shakespeare he hasn't really been doing. The Kid Coder, I don't know why that's not checked off. He does that every week. But anyway, this is what his completed check sheet looks like. Okay, so we always have a book that we're going through. Right now it's The Evidence for Jesus. He reads a chapter a day. This is a fantastic book. It's by Ralph O. Muncaster. So my oldest has read this, and now my middle schooler's reading this, and we really like it. I got this off the Sunlight book list and really like it. We also use BJU Bible Truths. This is actually from the 7th grade, from their 7th grade curriculum, but because it starts with the Gospels, I wanted to do that this year, and we really enjoy that. The full review, again, on the curriculum is going to be in a separate video. I'm tempted to keep going on, but I can't. We do teaching textbooks, Algebra 1, his spiral notebook, and the CDs and the book we just keep in this bin. Thinking skills. There's this extreme dot to dot, which is, seriously, this is pretty interesting. You have to see this. Look at this. When I say extreme dot to dot, they're not joking, and these are really fun. So he likes to work on these. He likes to do the thinking skills, and then I have this laminated sheet in here. It says typing, so that he knows that he needs to do his typing. Now his check sheet has how many days a week he's supposed to do it. He doesn't do this daily, but this is just a reminder that he needs to make sure he gets his typing in for the week. Everything else is daily. Anything that's on these little cards typically is not daily. So this is his writing curriculum, writing with skill, his writing spiral. He has his word roots, which is his vocabulary program. We have the grammar, which is 180 daily teaching lessons from Easy Grammar. Again, highly recommend Easy Grammar. Very, very nice. Looks like we got another sheet in here. Oh, the spelling. Spelling we use because typically after, I think, 6th grade now. I had spelling through 9th grade when I was in school, but typically after 6th grade, there's no more spelling in any of the curriculum. So we found a website that's free called gradespelling.com, and it tracks where you are, it keeps track of what lesson you're on, and it's a vocab and spelling program, and it's free, and we really, really like it. The whole week is mainly games, word games, and word find and seek and find and all that, crossword puzzles, that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the week, you do a quiz and you have it emailed to your teacher or your parent. We really like it. So that's a little reminder card to do spelling. He's doing a Kid Coder program, game programming. Fantastic program. Really likes that. We're doing Bookshark for American history. There's always a book that's being read. There's some information in the student guide. Oh, this is the historical literature. Forgive me. This is literature. The literature we're also doing through Bookshark, and it's historical literature, but it's not actually part of the history. It's separate. So there's always a book that he's reading. There's always discussion questions and some other things in here. We don't use their core language arts. We use that through Timberdoodle. Most of this came from the Timberdoodle Elite Kit. But the Bookshark literature we do, and we really like it. This is the graphic Shakespeare. He hasn't done anything with that, but we will be because he's going to be doing Shakespeare next year. So, all right, so Science Fusion, that's what we're doing for physical science. We picked out 3 different modules for his physical science. Right now we're on motion, forces, and energy. Sound and light is the next one, and then we'll be finished. So, and this is a little reminder card that he needs to do art. Energy, matter and energy was the first module that we did. So we did matter and energy. Motion, forces, and energy is this one, and then the next one is sound and light. And of course we have a laminated periodic table, and then we have this little reminder card that he needs to do art. And then this is his history. There's a history text. There are multiple books with this. Again, this is Bookshark. We have the lesson guide, which has maps for map work. It has some exercises in it, some recommended, some discussion questions, and then there's always a book that goes along with the history, and this is what we're doing. Just love this program. I can't even tell you. Bookshark is a division of Sunlight, so I will go through the Sunlight book list and just kind of handpick a few things. That's where I got that Evidence for Jesus book, and I really like it. But since we're using a charter, we have to do the Bookshark. So anyway, highly recommend. And then Gravity Maze, this is part of the thinking skills. I can't get it out, but really love that. I want to show it to you, but I can't get it out. There it is. Okay. Gravity Maze. Really love that. I do a little more in-depth review on the curriculum with that, but that's part of that. And then some of the things that don't fit in the bins. We have the timeline for his history. There's a dictionary. There's this Geomags, which is STEM. There's a thesaurus. There's a poetry, treasury of poetry there. And then this binder, which has completed writing assignments in it. Okay, so anyway, that's what we have in the workbox. And like I said, we decided to do the workbox because it was, sorry about that, I found something else on the floor. We were just not completing everything that we wanted to get done in a day just using the check sheets. So this has helped tremendously. He has actually told me that he gets done faster using this system than it was with the check sheets. And I think part of it is because this takes the guesswork out of it. He's not sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what do I have to do today? This tells him exactly what he has to do. Everything here has to be done every day, other than the typing and the spelling. Well, even the spelling, there's always something to do every day, but the tests are, of course, once a week. So, you know, it just works for us. So I hope this was helpful to you, and please subscribe to our channel. We're going to have many more things to put on here. I've got lots of ideas, and I am really grateful that you decided to come visit today, and have a great day.